after you have analyzed all these kind of factors like I have told in the previous stage, so after you have analyzed all of them, so next stage is what to make a decision for it. So India is having such a vast country, and we are also having such a vast cultural influences on our life. So negative reviews or bad word of mouth is very dangerous for a retailer, because it influences the other persons for not buying your product or the services. Hello students, welcome to another session of Retail Management. I'm Vaishnavi, Faculty of Commerce from Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. So the second module is about the consumer behavior in retail business. So we'll see what are the agenda for this session. So we are going to learn about introduction, what are the stages for the buying behavior, and what are the factors that influences the buying behavior. What are the different kind of buyers we have in the market? What is consumer satisfaction and why it is important for the marketers to learn about the consumer satisfaction? And then what is a business plan and what are the contents of the business plan? So moving on, first is introduction. The chapter is all about the study of the consumer behavior, or the studying of how in the retail sector, how a consumer is going to behave. So starting with, so we have different kind of buyers and different kind of sellers in a market. So each kind of a buyer is having their own preferences and their own perceptions regarding for each and every product. So we are going to learn about how a buyer is going to make a decisions regarding the purchase of a product. Okay, so how he's going to make the selection and how he's going to purchase the product or it might be a services. So next is about the stages of the buying process. So first is about problem recognition or need recognition. So whenever you want to buy a product, there arises a need. There should be a want or a need that need to be fulfilled. Like say for example, you have joined to the college. So you have joined for degree first year. So for that you need a vehicle to commute from one place to another place. So for that you need to have a proper vehicle with you. So there arises the problem, there arises the need. So first thing is, when you are going to buy the product, foremost thing is to understand what is the need or what is the want for fulfilling your product. Okay, so that is the first one. Next is about information search. So after you have got to know, after you have decided that you need to buy a vehicle, next thing is what a consumer is going to do. He or she is going to go for a research of the products that are available in the market. So if you are a male, then you go for a gear bikes. If you are a female, then you go for a moped bikes. So depending upon your taste and preferences, so you are going to select the vehicle. So for that you are going to have a proper research on it. So whether a male person is going to comfortable with gear bikes or mopeds, or females, they are going to select for the moped bikes. So depending upon what is your budget and what is your preferences, so what kind of vehicle you need. So whether you need a petrol vehicle or whether you need an electric vehicle, so you are going to select or you are going to research based upon your preferences and based upon your taste and depending upon your perceptions regarding the product. Next step is about evaluation of the alternatives. So as you know that for each and every product there is a substitute products. So whatever the market that we are living in, it is all about oligopoly markets. So oligopoly markets are kind of a markets where they're having a few competitors for each kind of a product. So such kind of market will be called as a oligopoly market. So we are living in such kind of a market and we are having different kind of competitors for each and every product. So we are going to check the alternatives. So what kind of alternatives you are going to check? So depending upon your price, depending upon your features, depending upon the availability of the product, service, and goodwill of the product, what is the market share, what is the public image, what is the word of mouth of the product, all these kind of factors are going to consider when you are going to buy a moped or a bike. So you are going to do a proper evaluation of the different kind of automobiles that are there in the market, and you're going to analyze what are their features. Like, say for example, if you want to buy electric bike, so we have here leading electric bikes are, we have TVS iQube, we have Ola Electric, and we have Ather Electric. So these three are currently leading service providers which are there for electric bikes. So you are going to analyze what is the price of these three bikes, what is the features of it, what is the average mileage it is going to give you for one recharge, and what are the different kind of colors available in this, and what is the place of service that is there in currently in Mysore or wherever the city that you are going to reside. So all these kind of factors is going to consider, and you are going to evaluate the different kind of alternatives or different kind of possibilities which are there in and around your environment, so that you can select one product. Next stage is about purchase decision. So after you have analyzed all these kind of factors, like I have told in the previous stage, so after you have analyzed all of them, so next stage is what to make a decision for it. So next stage you are going to decide a bike and or a moped or electric scooter. Depending upon that, you are going to purchase the vehicle. Then last stage is post-purchase behavior. So always marketer have to remember that consumer journey will not just end until the purchase of the product, but it extends till the post-purchase behavior. That means after the purchase of the product, what is the behaviors of a consumer, whether they are satisfied with the product or not, what kind of usability related grievances they are facing. All these kind of things matters. So post-purchase behavior is also one of the important factor needs to be considered by the retailers or by the marketers. So these are the 5 stages that are there for each and every consumer is going to go through when he or she is going to purchase a product. Next topic is about what are the factors that influences the buying behavior. So last topic we have learned about what are the stages. So that helps a consumer go through when he or she is going to purchase a product. Now we are going to learn about what are the different kind of factors that are there, and what kind of factors that influences the consumer behavior. Under that, first one is economic factors. So economic factors that I have mentioned, so that is the income factors and purchasing power factors. So these are the most important factors, because based upon your credibility, based upon your purchasing power, you are going to buy a moped or a bike. Okay, so say for example, you are a student, so you are going to join to a college for a degree first year or degree second year. So that means like you are starting your student journey, so you might not be having the enough purchasing power with you. So but your parents will be having the purchasing power. So depending upon their capability, depending upon their incomes, so they are going to select the bike or they are going to select the moped. Say for example, the same, after you have completed your degree, you have joined to a company and you are an executive, you are under the manager level position. So your age has increased and your economic factors have increased, your earning capacities have increased. Then you are having the capability of purchasing a vehicle or a car. So depending upon your economic factors, you are going to decide it. So the basic factor that influences the consumer is the income factors and the purchasing power factors. Next is about marketing mix factors. You know the marketing mix, 4 P's of marketing. So that is price, place, product and promotion. These are also important factors for influencing a consumer behavior. What kind of product it is, where it is available, what kind of promotions are there, and what is the features of the product. All these are important for a consumer to influence it. So like say for example, in case of nowadays, all kind of automobiles, they are going to switch to the electric. So maybe within 20 to 30 years, so even in India also, the production of electric vehicles is going to rapidly increase. Why? Because those are all environmental friendly and that also saves many fossil fuels in for our mother planet. So that is the reason why many automobiles are going to switch to the electric vehicles. So depending upon the availability of resources, so each and every government, they are going to fix the plants and they are going to boost the production. Okay, so 4 P's, why I have given the example, because so here the product also matters a lot. So if you are a person who are very much concerned about the environment and very much concerned about the planet, environmental issues, so then you might go for a electric vehicle. And also if you want to save some money on petrol or on some diesel, so then also you might going to select the product. So here one of the product that influences is your perception regarding the saving the planet or environmental issues. Then what kind of promotions they are going to do, what kind of advertisements they are doing, what kind of marketing campaigns they are doing. So all these also matters. Then place, whether the product is available in and around your place that you have situated. Say if you are situated in Mysore, so then but you want to buy a BMW bike, because that is not BMW's showroom is not available in Mysore, but it is available in other places like Bangalore. So then but as you are a person residing in Mysore, but the services are not there in Mysore, so you might not feel enthusiastic, or you might not preference the vehicle, purchasing of the BMW bike in Mysore. Rather, if you go to Bangalore and you have situated there, then you will be enthusiastic towards purchasing the product in Bangalore. So marketing mix also plays a very important role in case of the influencing of a consumer behavior. Next is personal factors. Personal factors is all about age, your family, your reference groups, your friends, all these also plays a very important role. Age of a human being is like a circle. So that means from your childhood, you have used different kind of products, and your taste and preferences have also changed based upon your age. So during your childhood, your taste and preferences differs, whereas in case of your teenage, there also your preferences will be changing. While coming to the adulthood, so there also the preferences is going to change based upon the ages, also based upon the age of a human being. Also the factors that are going to influences the consumer is going to change. Next is about the psychological factors. That means your basic needs, like you need basically a human might be need a proper needs. Next is about the psychological factors. So the psychological factors also plays a very important role here, because depending upon the perception, depending upon the memory, depending upon the learning of a consumer, the factors that influences will be changing. Okay, so like say for example, you have recently learned about a laptop. So that means you have came across an ad of a laptop, and you are learning about what the features of the laptop, and you have checked what is the price of the laptop and who is the service provider, what kind of other variants are there for the laptop. So all these things, that means you are memorizing the things, you are learning about it, and your perception regarding the product is been changing once you started to research about it. So then later when you when a decision comes of buying a laptop, then immediately you will go for that particular service provider, like say for example HP. So HP is having such a huge market share in the laptop industry, and it is also having the highest service providing centers in and around a place, and it is also providing you different features and updated technology to their consumers. So once you have learned about these kind of things, then you will be enthusiastic towards purchasing the HP laptop. So here the psychological things matters, because your learning capacities, your memorizing capacities, and your perception, your attitude towards the particular product will be changing, and depending upon what you have researched about the product, you are going to purchase the laptop. So that is a psychological factors. Next is social factors. Social factors is also one of the important factor, because so we are all the persons like a social beings. So we are the social persons. That means we need people to interact with. So no person cannot end up being a single or an alone. So we need a companion, or we need a partner, we need friends, we need families, we need neighbors, we need a community. So we always join into those kind of communities where our likes and dislikes, our motivational values and our thinking capacity or our thinking way of thinking matches with the other person. So social factors also plays a very important role. Say one of your peers or one of your friend or one of your colleagues recommend you to try this kind of product, like say for example, you are having more hair fall. So one of your friend or one of your colleague will recommend you, hey, try so and so this product. So once you will believe them. Why? Because they are your, you are seeing that particular person for a longer period of time, and you know what is their preferences and choices as well. So the social factors also influences the consumer in purchasing the shampoo or in purchasing the any product that or hair oil or any kind of a product that reduces the hair fall of a person. Okay, so the social factors also plays a very important role here. Next is cultural factors. Cultural factors, why? Because so India is having such a vast country, and we are also having such a vast cultural influences on our life. So whatever the values or whatever the beliefs what we have taught from our parents or from our grandfathers or from our ancestors, the same thing that we are going to teach to our kids or to the next generation. So the cultural values also plays a very important role. Like say for example, for a wedding, so usually we prefer wearing a traditional clothes. Why not we are not wearing any western clothes? Because the western clothes are a kind of a culture that we have adopted after the western country people have visited to our India, and we got influenced by their fashion choices. But what is the actual fashion, or what is the actual cultural attire what we used to wear? So usually women used to wear a saris and men used to wear dhotis. And depending upon the region, so it will be changing. So in South India, most of the women will be wearing saris and men used to wear dhotis. Whereas in case of North India, depending upon their cultural preferences, they prefer it. For a wedding or for any festival or for any family gatherings, so we usually prefer the cultural clothes. So that is the one that what we have learned from our parents, from our grandparents or from our ancestors, that following our culture is very much important on it. So that is the reason why we prefer buying a traditional attire rather than any western attire. So those kind of factors also plays a very important role in influencing the consumer behavior. So these are the main important factors that help a consumer in making the decisions regarding buying a product. Next is about types of buyers. This is also very important one. So we have these many types of buyers. We'll see one by one. First is impulse customers. That means, so these kind of customers, they are having the least knowledge about a product or least knowledge about any kind of services what they need, and they are being in a urge to buy the product. Okay, like say for example, you are facing a tooth pain. Okay, say for example, you got a tooth pain, or you suddenly got a fever. Okay, so you need some medicine to cure your pain, so or to cure your disease. So here this kind of customers are what? So they are impulsive. They don't have enough knowledge about what kind of what kind of tablets need to be taken. So they just rush to medical store and they ask the pharmacy person that what is your recommended tablet that I need to consume in order to reduce my pain or in order to reduce my disease. So whatever the pharmacy person is going to give you the tablet, you are going to consume it. So these kind of customers will be called as an impulsive customers, wherein the customers will be having the least knowledge about the product or a service, and they are in edge to buy the product immediately and to consume them immediately. Those kind of customers will be called as a impulsive one. So next is about loyal customers. So loyal customers is one of the important customers for each and every kind of a retailer, because so those plays a very important factor for each and every service provider. or a retailer, because loyal customers are the those who spread the word of mouth, or those who spread positive reviews about your product to different kind of their community. So they plays a very important role here, and they always purchase the product from a longer period of time. Like say for example, for your toothpaste, or for your brushing your teeth, so if you are purchasing the Colgate from very long period of time, so you might also purchase the Colgate for next time as well. Why? Because you are been completely satisfied with the product, and you have also got a good service from, good results from them, and that is the reason why you opt for Colgate rather than other kind of toothpaste. So these kind of customers will be called as a loyal customers. Next, about angry customers. Angry customers are those kind of customers which are facing some dissatisfaction regarding the product. So they are not happy with the product regarding the services, or regarding the usability of the product, regarding the quality of the product or durability of the product, depending upon their own concerns, and depending upon what kind of problems that they have faced, and what kind of service that they have got from the consumer. So all these matters for angry customers. Next, about discount customers. Discount customers are those kind of customers which are mostly looking for any discounts or any offers, or any kind of reduction in the prices, or any kind of sale offers that are there in the that are available by the retailer. Okay, so the name itself is, you can tell, discount customers. They will be only looking for any kind of sale offers, or discounted offers, or buy one get one offers, or any discount on bill, etc. Next is about need-based customers. So need-based customers are those kind of customers where they only purchase the product only when the need arises. Like say for example, if you want to buy a car, so there buying a car is a need. So we cannot buy the car again and again. It's a one-time investment, wherein you are going to discuss with your partner, or discuss with your parents, or discuss with your friends, and you're going to select one car and you're going to purchase it. So here the need have arrived for him or her, and based on that you are going to purchase it. Okay, so these kind of customers will be called as a need-based customers. Next is window shopping customers. Window shopping customers are those kind of customers who just only go for a display of those goods or services, or they might not consume it, but they just only learn what kind of goods are there, or what kind of services are available, and they are going to learn about the different kind of services that is provided by the retailer, and they are going to decide it later on. Okay, next is about wandering customers. So wandering customers are kind of similar to the impulsive customers. So they are the persons who will be, the name itself is going to give you the meaning that wandering. So they will be having they are going to wander for different kind of products. So, and they are also not having enough knowledge about the product or service, and they are also in the edge to purchase the product, but they will be looking for different alternatives for purchasing the product. Like say the previous example that I've told. So if you want to purchase a bike or a moped, so there is a need have arisen, but you don't have enough knowledge about the product. You need to buy it, and you are going to looking for different alternatives. You are wandering for different retailers that are there that provides the service. Next is about looking to switch brand customers. So these customers are called as churning customers as well. So churning customers are looking to switch the brands are those kind of customers. So wherein people will be keep on switching their products for a period of time. Like say for example, you have used one kind of a shampoo. After 6 to 7 months, you are going to switch to the other shampoo, and you're going to try it. So these kind of people, they are the persons who are the early innovators, we can tell. So they are the persons who will be early adopting to the technology, or early adopting to the innovative products that are available in the product, and they'll be keep on constantly experimenting the different kind of products. Next is about new customers. So new customers are kind of a customers wherein they are the new acquisited customers. So they are going to purchase the product for the first time, and they are going to get the services from you for the first time. Next kind of customers is a churn customers. So churn customers are just nothing but they are the part of a loyal customers, wherein for a period of time, so they'll be using the product, and after some months, so they are going to shift your product. I mean, they are going to shift their preferences to the substitute product. So like say for example, for some years you are using the Colgate. Okay, so you are using the Colgate toothpaste from so many years, but suddenly when you have seen the close-up ad, and suddenly you have seen the or Pepsodent ad, and they are showing you that our toothpaste will be having the different benefits like organic, and it will protect you from cavity. So all these different features that they've started to advertise, so then you are going to shift your product to the Pepsodent. Okay, so these are the examples of the or types of the customers. Next is about customer satisfaction. So why it is important? So customer satisfaction is all about how a retailer is going to meet the expectations that are being expected by the consumer for a period of time. So this is called a customer satisfaction. So we'll see customer satisfaction is a marketing term that measures how the product or service is supplied so by a company meet or surpasses the consumer's expectations. Consumers' expectation is very important because for purchasing each and every product, if you have purchased a new product, so you will be expecting so many things or so many features from them. So you will be looking for different experiences that what you need that has been different from the substitute product. So the consumer will be expecting so many things. So if a retailer or if a manufacturer meet those kind of expectations, so then there will be a utmost satisfaction from the customer. So customer satisfaction is important because it provides the marketers and business owners with a metric that can use to manage and improve the businesses. So it's a data or it's a metric that will help the retailers or the manufacturers to help them improvise their products. Yeah, next is about why it is important. So first is about it drives the customer loyalty. So loyal customers, they are not very easy to find and very hard to retain, and acquiring a new customer will cost you more cost than retaining a previous customer. So with the help of the customer satisfaction, so it drives you the loyalty. Many of the consumers will be consuming your product for a longer period of time, and people with the loyalty of the customers, it will help you to improvise your word of mouth or communication about your product. Next is about it makes you stand out among the competitors. So competition is very important, and standing out against the competitors is also very much important. With the most satisfied consumers, the customers will help you to retain in the business for a longer period of time. Like say for example, in electronics, so Samsung is the leading service provider or leading electronic retailer which provides you different product lines. We have mobile phones, we have washing machines, we have refrigerators, we have TVs, we have microwave ovens, etc. So they have got a huge product line, and their customer service is also to the top notch, and they also will be keep on having a check on their customers regarding by sending the messages or by sending any kind of emails regarding the new launch of a product or new kind of services that are going to provide to their customers. So it helps them to retain the competition, because Sony is also one of the leading service provider in case of the electronics as well as a Samsung, but both of them are sustaining in the market because of their utmost or 100% satisfied customer. Next is about it prevents you to customers from churning. So churning of customers, I have told, churning customers are the kind of customers wherein using your product for a period of time, and then after they're going to switch the product to the substitute. So with the utmost customer satisfaction, it helps the retailers to retain the customers and reduces the churning of the customers. Next is about identify the strengths and weaknesses of the businesses. So it helps you to improvise the SWOT analysis of the businesses. SWOT is about strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats of the business. So with the help of the customer satisfaction or the data what you have acquired from the customers, it helps you to analyze what are your strengths, what is the weaknesses, and what are the opportunities and what are the threats for the company. or for the manufacturer. Next about it cut down the negative reviews. So negative reviews or bad word of mouth is very dangerous for a retailer, because it influences the other persons for not buying your product or the services. So bad reviews or bad negative comments regarding your product is also one of the important factor need to be considered by the every marketer or a retailer, and need to avoid it for maintaining their brand awareness and brand reputation and goodwill of the company in the market. Next about it aids in saving costs. So customer satisfaction, it helps you to save the cost, because once the product is being purchased by the consumer, it depends upon what durability of the product and what kind of grievances or what kind of problems they are facing. So retailer might not know what kind of problems, might not know what kind of problems the customers are facing. That is the reason why collecting the customer data or collecting the feedback from the customers after the purchase of the product is important, because it helps you to understand what are the problems that are facing, and it will help you to design such kind of products which avoids these kind of problems from the customers. This is the important of the customer satisfaction. Next about what is a business plan. So business plan is an important document for each and every retailer. So if they are going to go for a startup, okay, so business plan is important because it is a blueprint or it is a document which provides you all the information regarding your businesses. So it gives you, for it is a method of achieving them, and it is also makes us a roadmap for the customer. So next we'll see what are the contents of it. So first is about title page and table contents. So in a business plan, foremost thing is about your content. So what are all the contents that you are going to cover in your plan? So it's a document, so it just provides you what are the details are there in your plan, and what is the important aspects that you are covering for your businesses. All these will be there in a proper document. And the foremost thing is what? To prepare a content table regarding what are the factors that you have considered for preparing this business plan. That is the title page, that is the name of your businesses, and the contents that you are going to cover. Next is about executive summary or management summary. That is about like your summary about your business and what is your plan is all about. A brief summary should be prepared by the retailer or the promoter before they are going to start. What is the business is all about, what kind of products are going to sell, or what is the kind of services they are going to provide, etc. So all these should be there in the summary. Next is about business description, vision, mission statements. So a brief description about your businesses, who are your investors, who are your board of directors, all these things should be mentioned in there. And vision statement and mission statement is also one of the important aspect need to be considered by the retailer or a promoter before creating a business plan. Next is about business and industry profile. So a proper research about the industry. Say for example, if you want to launch a chocolate product, so you need to have a proper study on what is the industry of chocolates. So how many competitors are there, what is the market share of chocolate in India or in any place that you have staying, or what is the share market in Mysore or any place. So all these things are important, and a proper industry studies is important, and that should be provided in the business plan. So description of the company's product or services, that means the retailer or the promoter, so they are going to give a proper details about what is the company's product, what are the kind of services they are going to provide. Say if your company is having different kind of product line, so and you are going to provide a brief description about each and every product. Or if you're having only one product in your product line, brief description about that is required in the business plan. Next is about market analysis. So market analysis is also very much important, because when you are studying the industry of the particular market, so or a particular product, so eventually you are going to learn about the market analysis as well. What is the market? What is the market share of the chocolate industry in India? What is the consumption rate of the people? What kind of people are consuming the chocolate? So what is the age, demographic details? All these factors need to be considered when they are doing the market analysis. Next is about management team. So who is your management team? Who are your team members? So who are your marketing team? Who is your HR team? And who are your board of directors? Who are the investors, if there are any? So all these things need to be discussed in management team. Next is about managerial and structural aspects. So that means what is your mode of operation. So how you are going to manage your operations of your businesses, how you are going to having a proper managerial structure. Like we have different kind of line of organizations, like hierarchical organizations, grid organizations, matrix organizations, etc. So depending upon your company or your your startup, so you are going to select a proper line of organization, and then you are going to select which is feasible for you, and you are going to brief it under this aspect, that is managerial and structural aspect. Next is technical analysis. So use of technology is also one of the important one, because if you are going to set up a manufacturing plant, so you need to have a proper analysis about where your plant will be situated, what kind of technology you are going to use, what kind of machinery you are going to use, and what is your production capacity, how many products you are going to produce for a period of time, or a one day, or a week. So depending upon the production values that you are going to follow, so based on that you are going to brief them, and you are going to brief what are all the technological aspects that you are going to cover. So this is the first. Next is about the production analysis. So under the production analysis, you are going to give the brief description about, so what is your production capacity, what kind of machinery you are going to use it, and what is your raw materials, what is the process of the product, so how many output you are going to give it to the for each day. All these factors needs to be considered when you are going to prepare the production analysis. Next, about financial plan. Financial is also one of the important factor or important source that you need to consider. So for any kind of a business, so there you need three factors, that is man, money and material. So these three are the important factors need to be considered. So man, that is human resources, material is nothing but raw materials that need to be covered in the production analysis. Next is money, that is your financial analysis. So how much is your share capital, how much is your equity capital, how much you are going to invest in it, so what is the working capital that you are going to have, what is the reserve capital that you are going to have in your company, and what kind of shares are there. All these are important that need to be covered in the financial analysis. Next is human resource plan. So human resource plan is very important, because as I have told, man is also one of the important source, because without a proper skilled or unskilled laborers, it is very difficult for any kind of business to have their mode of operation. So human resource also plays a very important role. How many number of workers are there, how many number of skilled laborers are there, how many number of unskilled laborers are there, what is your managerial position, and how many number of administration people are there, all and etc. All these are very important when you are going to prepare a business plan. So these are the important contents that need to be covered when you are preparing a business plan. For the next session, you are going to learn about what is retail operation, how a retail sector or how a retail outlet is going to operate their businesses. Next, you are going to learn about what are the different kind of store layouts are there. So there are different store layouts, and there are different dimensions for each and every retail outlet. So you are going to learn about them. And what is inventory management? So there are different kind of techniques that need to be covered in case of inventory management. And you are going to learn about category management. That is how the retailers are going to manage the product categories, and what are the techniques in that. So these are the topics that you are going to learn for the next session. Thank you so much. We'll meet you in the next session. Namaste.